Hello everybody, this is Frogman and welcome back to Ultimate Alchemy. This is going to be episode number 14. After the unfortunate demise of my golden bag of holding after the last episode, I went ahead and made a wireless crafting grid, so now I have my basic access to all of my stuff all over the place, and I don't have to worry about losing any more tools anymore because we can just put them back in the storage. Wireless crafting grid, of course, requires wireless transmitters, and wireless transmitters, and certainly right now are only good for about 16 blocks, so for the most part, every one of the areas that we're going to be in where we're going to need things, I'm just going to put a transmitter. So there's one over there, there's one up there, there's one down here, of course, so we don't have to really worry about that. Yeah, I know, straight up stupid derp. I didn't know you could accidentally replace a golden bag of holding, considering that I've been playing other mod packs where you cannot replace an open inventory like the engineer's toolbox or something like that from Immersive Engineering, which I may actually end up looking at if we ever get to that point where we need one. So what are we going to do today? Well, for one, we have this nice little tool. Two, I have done a little bit more automating in between episodes, or at least cleaning up of automations. So since I had the refined storage wireless connector thingy over here, I went ahead and hooked up an interface for the export of TNT and charcoal for the various things going on over here. And as we notice, there is a crafting upgrade in this interface so that that thing will automatically craft what it needs as it needs to export it. And over here, I have changed out this rather gobbledygook mess of stuff for a crafter, which is pointing into that open crate that has a couple of recipes set up. And this is how I'm going to be automating this thing going forward. We're just going to stick another recipe in here, and as we need to make something, we need to make something. I've replaced the what do you call him? The hopper hawk with a regular range control collector, because I needed to have a quick, easy way of accessing this thing. So it has an importer with a stack upgrade on it, and the things again are whitelisted, and I get a little bit more whitelist capability out of this. We're not going to need a massive amount of these, but it is going to be one of those we're going to have to play with. We're also going to have to eventually automate that mana pool, because I'm going to need it in order to be able to do one of the things that is required for clay, which is going to be the nether quartz. Nether quartz is, we're basically going to either double it, or I should say double it, double it with the conjuration catalyst, or probably more along the lines of we're going to be doing quartz ore, so quartz ore is crafted as such this way, and then if I take the nether quartz ore and run it through a, where is it, pulverizer, we get a chance to get some sulfur, which sulfur we need for various other things, especially the upgrades and stuff like that. So it's going to be one of those, that's probably how we're going to end up automating that. I've got a whole bunch of quartz right now because I literally just come over here. Do I have any netherrack on me? This is one of the fun things I like to do here. Netherrack should be over here. The fun thing about Botania is just sometimes how satisfying certain things can be. So we take a stack of nether quartz and we hold it over this guy and we get 2 stacks back. Well, I can just keep doing that and keep doing that, and I make a bunch of this. So then I go ahead and put one of these stacks back so I don't screw it up, and then I take this and go, yes, I would like a bunch of nether quartz, please. And then we can run that through a pulverizer. So that's kind of the reason why I'm doing that. It's pretty nice. And it's fast. So, alrighty, we were working last episode to make the automation of bone meal up and get it up and running, and it works. It's been working perfectly fine. I've actually had to get a little bit more of it to work. So, yeah, we're back around there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff. Can I just... we'll put this away for right now. I don't need it. What I want to do is continue on down that line. I want to automate the production of wither skeleton skulls. And wither skeleton skulls start with a skeleton skull, which means we have to be able to craft a bone block with a chisel to get a regular skeleton skull. Now, this is doable in the refined storage system. However, there is a kind of a problem, and it is the fact that it uses durability on the chisel, which means it's going to continuously try to craft chisels even if you use the OR dictionary function, if it wants to craft more than one of them. So we're going to do a similar process that we have done here. So I'm going to actually set that up around in this general area. I was kind of thinking I might try to keep 512 of them on hand at all times, but that's kind of a waste of time. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a crafter that is going to have I don't need you to connect, that is going to be connected into one of these mechanical crafters, which we are then going to export a, where's it at? We're going to export a chisel into that system. So I am just going to tell it that this recipe is this, and then it's going to pull it out and put it back into the system. So I want to teach you that a bone block, ooh, I don't need that many, give me that back. One bone block, and there it went, I heard it. Do we have any skulls on us right now? Let's see. Do we have a chisel? There probably is at least one in the system. See, that's what I mean. I've got 4 of them. They're not getting used right now because of the fact that this is being stupid about that. So for that matter, let's just get them out of here because they're wasting storage space. We need one of those to be able to teach this system how to do this. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of you guys because you're in my way. Thank you. I want to teach a bone block recipe is a bone block. One bone block is one bone block. Oh, good God. Come on. One. I really got to get the mouse thing fixed on this. Really. So we need this is this. And that is going to go into this thing right here. And that's going to just put a bone block into this crafter. Now, the system here is going to need to be taught how to do the next step. So let's get it a chisel. So there should be a chisel coming in here. Filter. Where's my magic box? Filter. Need a limited item filter. Thank you very much. On the insert, we're going to place this with no longer are you going to have that, you're going to have that, and insert, and you're going to be an extract on brown, always active, because we have a brown, I put another brown circuit system up here in case we needed something. So you're going to put a chisel in there. So I'm going to take a chisel and a bone block, and that's going to do something along that line. Now that is going to then get returned back into the system after it crafts this. So that means it's going to say if I want to, I don't know, however many of those, we'll be able to then teach it or tell it. It'll be able to figure out the problem. So if I take a skull and ask it to craft me a stack of those, there we go. Yes, we're crafting at the speed at which this auto crafter can work, which I can definitely put some more speed upgrades in here, but for right now, that's how I want to do this. And we're over there making bone meal because that took quite a few of those things up, and we're just going to sit there and make that. That's wonderful. Awesome. Are we done? We're getting there. Sweet. I may have to up that number. We might just up that number slightly now that this is working. Let's see. Where was the number? I'm going to say I want to keep around, well, I got to be careful with this because this thing will overrun itself. And I really should just replace this with an open crate. Do I have one? I have to put some range upgrades in this one. Open. I do have an open crate. Let's just get rid of that slow thing. Where is my pickaxe? Pickaxe is over here. And I'm just going to do this. Get out of my life. Become one of those. That literally just, because it doesn't have an inventory, it will just drop automatically, so that will kind of help to back stuff this thing. Plus we can then just, you know, do a few things. So that's a little better. Alrighty. So that should make for us the automation of the skeleton skulls. So we've got 64 skeleton skulls, and we have a system. Actually, I can put that away. I don't need it anymore. So the next step in the Wither skeleton skulls is the creation of the drops of evil. And drops of evil are TNT that we then grind into gunpowder and an occasional chance for a drop of evil. It is a 10% chance on both of the crusher, the double crusher. Hey, wait, no. 10% chance on both of those to be able to make this work. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and crank out a pulverizer, which I believe I've already done. Yes, we have. Sweet. And I am going to make this guy just run along this line constantly. This thing is so stinking loud. Can you just shush for right now? We're going to put a pulverizer right down here. And we're going to grab a TNT. One TNT. Well, we'll just do 16. That's fine. We have a crafting card in this new interface now, so I'm going to teach it how to hold 16 of that in there for me. Thank you very much. And then we're going to grab some of the item conduits that I have, and we're going to place you right here. Whoop. Where is my wrench? Wrench. I want to extract from you always active, and then we're going to place another conduit right there with a item filter on TNT and set that to insert, do not remove, and then we need to set this guy's side so he's an import, extract, and do that. And you can have all those. And that is going to slowly over time get us some drops of evil. And that is also going to recycle the gunpowder that we're going to have. So as that thing works that through, it should be making gunpowder. Now, this is another thing over here. As we set this up, I'm not going to keep a certain stock of gunpowder on hands anymore. I'm just going to let this thing sit here and craft it because it's fast enough now that I don't have to worry about it. So we wait on a drop of evil. Let's see, have we gotten one yet? No. So I am going to go ahead and give that guy a little bit of a help. So let's make a hardened upgrade for him. So that just is a bronze gear. That is a hardened upgrade bronze gear. I really need to teach this recipe. I hope I still have enough inbar. Yeah, we do. And then we'll make one augment for it. I don't need it to be massively fast. I just need it to process stuff over time. So we'll do that and that. Bonk and bonk. And it's a 10% chance, so it's one of those, we're going to just let this guy sit here and run until it fills up one of these other drawers. Are you kidding me right now? Is that thing not even that far enough? What's an upgrade or upgrade for that? Range upgrade. Yeah, I don't know if I have that many ender pearls right now. That's another thing I need to do is upgrade or automate that process, but that's okay. So we're waiting on a drop of evil. So I am going to sit here and wait on it and see what it does, and I will bring you guys back once I get one. So, bye. Okay, well, I guess that wasn't so bad. It took long enough, but it's still one of those. I did, while we were sitting there waiting, go ahead and upgrade this guy to the reinforced version so that I can get the extra augment slot, and I went ahead and put the augment auxiliary sieve in it, which is gives me a little bit better chance of the secondary output. So this is one of those, we're just going to let it run, excuse me, and we're going to just let it kind of fill that up. I'm not going to continuously produce these just yet, or I should say produce the wither skeleton skulls just yet, because we're not going to be massively producing withers at this point. But on to the next step. So a drop of evil can be turned into multiple things. So that can actually get us the next level of speed upgrades for these things. And if we melt the drop of evil down, we get 250 millibuckets of industrial grade evil. It takes 1,000 millibuckets of industrial grade evil in a fluid transposer to make a wither skeleton skull. So that's why I at least needed 4 of those, so we can now make 2 of these. So we're going to go ahead and do the next thing, which is, I think I'm going to put a crafter right here, if I can get him up there. Thank you. And we're going to go ahead and automate a magma crucible and a fluid transposer system as well. So let me see. I did. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to chuck those 2 things in here. We're going to place a chest down or something along those lines that I am able to get into. So I did make a bunch of treated wood. Do I have the thing that allows me to be able to use a chest that I don't have to worry about sticking against the floor? Excellent. Wooden storage crate. Wonderful. Thank you. We'll put that guy right there so that I have plenty of room in here. I guess I could move him down, but that's fine. No big deal. I want to... Whoop, I don't want to do that. I want to pull off of that thing and put these down here so that we can then input whatever comes out of this crate that this is going to change into this system. So we're going to do an always active, and I'm going to do an insert on that and a insert on that. We're going to adjust the output. So yes, input, output that direction, and I must have already used this for something. So okay, cool. And filter. Are you kidding me right now? Seriously, filter. I need 2 of those, please. Thank you very much. We're going to filter the output, so I need 1 of those. I need 1 of these for right now, and I need a skeleton skull. So skull, where is a skull? I need 1 of those. Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and set the filters up. So I need to be able to place into the insert here just the industrial grade or drops of evil. So drops of evil go in that one, and a skull goes in that one. So that if I put that and that in there, they're going to go to work. Now I don't want to mess this up just yet. So this should not have any outputs on the bottom of here. I don't need you to extract anything. I want you to extract on brown so that you can put this back into the system. Okay, so the pattern is going to be, we need, what was this? 4. So each one of those is going to make that, so we need 4 drops of evil. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alrighty then. Pattern, 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 pattern. Clear this out. I need 1 skeleton skull and 1 drop of evil. And if I test this now, I can toss this into this thing. And hopefully that doesn't take a massive amount of time. That's not too bad. We'll of course speed these up. I'm kind of limited at this point by the conduits that we have, because those energy conduits are pretty slow as far as power is concerned. And there is a wither skeleton skull. Sweet. So we take a wither skeleton skull and we drop it into this thing and apply that to this deal up here. And this is going to also be used for the other things that we... Did I just put it... Where did... Hello? Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. So that should mean I can now craft another one. So wither, skeleton skull, start, go. And those go to work. Sweet. Yeah, that's definitely going to need some speeding up, but we're going to have to work on getting some better transfer of energy. There are other ways of doing it. This is how I wanted to set up this wall. I know it's getting a little long and a little crazy, but that's what we're going to do. So, are you done? Wither, skeleton, skull. So cool. We have 2 of them. Awesome. Awesome. Cool. All right, that is that part of it done. So that is actually a tick off the box as far as the clay is concerned. So we can tick that one off. Of course, we've got several other things to tick off at this point. So we can say cobble is done, the wood is done, the wither skeleton is done. I think we're going to do this one next just because it's kind of funny. So the emeralds are, where are we? Smelting. We need to cast off, or I think it's just that. I think this is going to be one of those ones where we're going to have to use a casting basin to do this. So we need to be able to make molten emeralds, and the easiest way to make molten emeralds is with paper wealth. Paper wealth to start with. In order to get our first paper wealth problem here is going to be a player teardrop, a sweat-drenched cloth, and some form of thing. So I'm going to have to make some coagulated blood, which means I'm going to have to go stand in my thing for a little while. Or actually, I think we have the automated that rotten flesh. So let's start at the first 2 problems, and this is where the knowledge of knowing that there are things here to help you out. So content tweaker. There is a picture, a drawing of a one-legged puppy. I can make it on my own. Right click to totally not cry. So this is where we need to get into Botania, but this should be functionally doable as far as Botania, Thaumcraft. This should be functionally doable because we can make this with a glass bottle. So let's make one of those. This is so bad. Scribing tools. Thank you. put this away, and put the poor puppy away. And this is one of those things. Right click to totally not cry. We have plenty of player teardrops now. That's just, I love it. Stupid. All right, the next thing is a sweat drenched cloth, which we have to make with a cloth. So now we have a regular old cloth, which we then have to wipe ourselves with it. This is now a sweat drenched cloth. This is one of those yum. So it's basically, this is a it's one of those, how do you get money? Through your own sweat and tears. And blood and a few other things. So paper money is made initially with your blood, sweat, and tears, and a little bit of paper and a little bit of organic cloth or whatever like that. So now we need to go make a coagulated blood. So blood, coagulated, god dang it, blood. Coagulated blood is some type of blood form, which means we need 40 millibuckets here. It needs 1 coagulated blood is how much? That. So let's just go get some more of these stuff over here. Rotten flesh. We should have plenty of rotten flesh. We'll just go ahead and grab about that much of it. And now my mouse is all jacked up again. What happened? I don't know what's up with this pack. At times my mouse just goes nuts. And we'll just stick that in there. And where is my... Is it out here already? I think it is, and it's being used because it's messed up. So we'll do that. I think. Hang on a minute. Coagulated blood. Is it just poured straight into the... It is. Okay. Well, that's doable. Hey, go. Just make a few of those. It won't hurt anything. Very nice. Cool. All right, so paper. What did I do to that? There. Thank you. Paper wealth. Paper wealth is this guy right here, which I need cactus. Do I not have cactus green at all in here? Did I use all that stuff up? Okay, well, I have plenty of cactus. Give me another piece of this. Thank you. And into the furnace. Thank you. And the first one of these we're going to use to make an emerald, which I think I need to make the gem socket for. Is there a way to do that without... Yeah, I think we need one of these. So let's make us a sun crystal real quick, because I don't think I've made this yet. No. So we'll go ahead and toss one of these guys out on the ground. I will come back for it in just a second, and we're going to melt down, the first paper wealth into an emerald. Because we need the emerald in order to be able to automate this a little bit easier later on. So we'll let that guy roll. Are you done yet? No. Cool. Yes. Gold. 1, 2. Time for a new pattern. 1 gem. Sweet. So put you on the bottom. Put that guy down. He's going to make that. And then that should, once I put it back down, make our first emerald. Nice. Now, what we're going to do with that emerald is we're going to make the thing that we need to be able to make, which is a augment for the compactor. And the augment for the compactor is gear working die. Where is this? Emerald. Emeralds are made in a compactor using the what? Is it? I forget now. No, it's not that. It's coins. Coins are made in a numismatic press with a augment that. So augment that one, which requires an emerald in order to craft. So we need a redstone servo. We need a... These are electrum plates. Uh-oh. Do I have an invar? I should still have a little bit of invar. Let's go make some electrum plates real quick, because I should have some electrum, maybe. Sweet. 1, 2. Put you in the compactor. Very nice. Where are we? So we need a press. That one. No, that one right there. And this guy will allow us to augment, or should say, craft the next way of making these. So emeralds are made in a compactor. If I can get over to the stinking compactor. Where did it go? No, I keep doing this wrong. Coins. Coins are made in a compactor using a numismatic press. A gold coin is then used to do this. So we're going to have to automate the crafting of either the cactus greens or the floral green powder, which is probably how I'm going to do that, because that's pretty simple, easy to do. But as far as the rest of that goes, I can grab the augment out of this, which is this, and I can put you in there and take some gold and run some gold through you to make a bunch of coins. Yay. And if I do this, these two there is here, which I left all that stuff over there. Where's that cactus green? One cactus green. There we go. For this to do that is paper wealth, which we then again have to smelt down into something. So that's going to be a process that I'm probably going to set up here somewhere. I'm going to build a smaller one of these and get a little bit more of this stuff going. But I think for right now, we've got our money that we got from our own blood and sweat and tears. And we got the industrial grade evil as well as the wither skeleton skulls made. We now have 34 of those. So if I really wanted to, I could go fight a wither now. If I really wanted to. Which would be fine. That'd be awesome, because the nether stars we can use to make a few things. But I guess I will go ahead and probably just cut it right here for right now, and we'll come back and finish this little process. So that sounds like a good idea to me. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.